We've all been there. You blow out the candles, make a wish for a totally different life, and wake up ready to conquer the world. You hit the gym, prep your meals, and a month later, you're right back where you started. We usually blame ourselves for this, assuming we simply lack the willpower to see it through. But the persistence of our old patterns often has less to do with our character and more to do with a misunderstanding of human behavior. In his book Atomic Habits, author James Clear argues that we tend to prioritize massive, defining moments over daily progress. He suggests that meaningful transformation doesn't come from a single leap, but from the accumulation of tiny, almost invisible adjustments. To find a way out of this cycle, we have to look past the top-line results and examine the specific mechanics of how we actually progress. This chart of the plateau of latent potential shows the primary source of our frustration. We expect progress to follow this linear, upward path, where every ounce of effort yields a visible result. But in reality, early effort rarely produces immediate change. That gap between our expectations and the flat reality is the valley of disappointment. It's where most people quit, 3 days into a new diet or a week into working out, because they've mistaken a lack of immediate feedback for a lack of progress. This is why goals alone are insufficient. A goal only defines the result you want, but a system defines the processes that lead to it. Winners and losers often have the exact same goals. The difference is the system they use. Have you been obsessing over a finish line while ignoring the daily road beneath your feet? It is a reminder that we do not rise to the level of our goals, but rather fall to the level of our systems. This diagram shows the 3 layers of behavior change. Most people start with outcomes, the results they want to see. But the deepest, most permanent layer is identity. If your desired actions conflict with your underlying self-belief, the habit will eventually fail. Consider 2 people turning down a cigarette. One says, "No thanks, I'm trying to quit," which suggests they are still a smoker attempting to be someone else. The other says, "No thanks, I'm not a smoker." They've already accepted a new identity, making the choice to decline a natural extension of who they are. Every small daily action acts as a vote for the type of person you wish to become. You don't need a radical transformation to change your identity. You just need to start winning the majority of the votes. This repetition serves as a physical proof of self-belief. It is the architectural process of building a new identity, one action at a time. To make these votes automatic, we can use the 4-step loop of cue, craving, response, and reward. Law 1 is to make it obvious. Since our surroundings often trigger our habits, we should design our environment to support our goals, like placing your running shoes directly in your path so you can't miss them. Law 2 is to make it attractive. Using habit stacking, you can pair a new, difficult habit with an existing one you already enjoy. If you want to start journaling, commit to doing it immediately after your morning cup of coffee. Law 3 is to make it easy. The 2-minute rule suggests shrinking any new habit down to a version that takes less than 2 minutes. The goal isn't to finish a workout, but to master the ritual of showing up to the gym. Law 4 is to make it satisfying. Because the brain prioritizes immediate rewards, we repeat what feels good in the moment. Track your progress to see your streaks grow, and follow the rule of never miss twice to prevent a single mistake from becoming a permanent detour. Take a moment to look at the room you're sitting in. Is it arranged to make your best choices the easiest ones? By applying these 4 laws, you move from relying on willpower to relying on a design that makes success inevitable. The math of the 1% rule is astounding. Improving by just 1% every day feels negligible in the short term, but after 1 year, those tiny gains compound until you are 37 times better than when you started. Time magnifies the margin between success and failure. It acts as a multiplier, becoming a powerful ally to good habits and an obstacle to bad ones. We often wait for a once-in-a-lifetime breakthrough, but remarkable results are almost always the product of these quiet, daily choices. This compounding process builds pressure beneath the surface, operating steadily until the transformation reaches a critical threshold and the results become undeniable. The process starts with getting 1% better every day,
and trading rigid goals for sustainable systems. When we focus on the trajectory rather than the destination, we stop chasing outcomes and start refining the work itself. Lasting change requires us to shift our identity first and design our environment second. By manipulating our physical space, we make the right behaviors the path of least resistance, and we stay consistent by using the 2-minute rule. Establishing the habit of showing up is the only prerequisite for long-term growth. Your future isn't shaped by grand declarations. It is shaped by the tiny, invisible choices you make when no one is watching. Every action you take today is a vote for the person you will become tomorrow. So as you move forward, the question remains, who are you casting a vote for today? Who do you want to become?